Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the very first of the video podcast conversations hosted by Forward. It's very hard to talk about women's progress or women's participation in policy making processes without talking about the Forum for Women in Democracy. Forward was born in 1995. Forward is passionate about building the capacities of all women to strengthen their ability to contribute to decision-making processes, to making laws, and also to just building their capacity to influence the future. This conversation is part of the Forward at 30 conversations. Forward has been around a while. And so this year, Forward made 30 years impacting decision making. So today, we're going to have a very interesting conversation. Many times when we think about women participating in political processes, the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, okay, women should go through the women's seat. There's always a slot for women. Until you meet the women who I am hosting today, who have decided to go for the direct seat. So we're going to have a conversation around that. What does it mean to run for a direct seat? What are the challenges? What are the opportunities? How do we encourage more women to run for the direct seats? And to join me for this conversation, I have Honorable Jemima Buhanda and Honorable Rashida Namboa, and I'm going to invite them to tell us a bit more. So over to my wonderful guests.
Thank you very much, sincerely. I just cannot wait. You know, as she said, Jemima Buhanda is my name, and I'm really very, very, very proud, and I cannot take it for granted. I even thank God for this opportunity to have been part of Forward 30. Helen, I am really very, very excited, and I know that as women, we have traveled far, especially when you have been training us and giving us the morale, giving us the hope where there is no hope.
Wow.
And that made us really come up to say, instead of, since women we are very few in leadership, we had to close and say, let us come head to head with also men positions, what they call men positions, and yet they are just the usual positions of people. We just compete with them and just add a number to women leaders through that channel. Because if I have been taking on a woman for 2 Chisanjas, that indicates I am able, I have the capacity after Forward, after Sewigo, after all those trainings to take on any other positions that are termed to be for men.
Okay.
So I cannot take this opportunity for granted.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Very good. So we're going to come back to this conversation because you've just mentioned that you've run for other positions before.
Yes.
So that has been instrumental in getting you ready for the direct seat. Yes, Rashida, tell us. Okay, I'm saying your name, but do tell us your name and the constituency you're running for.
Nice to be part of this conversation. Let me take this opportunity to thank Forward for this wonderful opportunity that they have given us. Who are we? But my name is Rashida Namboa, the LC5 chairperson, Butambala District. Butambala has over 70% of the population who are Muslims. So within that Muslim environment, by the grace of God, I became their leader, the LC5 chairperson. And I always tell them that, please don't call me Nantebe, because you'll take me down. So I tell them to call me Sentebe. And in my district, I tell them that I'm that Sentebe. I'm not called Nantebe, because if they tell you that you are Nantebe, I tell them that there is no NHA for women. Yes, NHA that is there is for all of us. So I'm called Sentebe Nambowa Rashida.
Wow. Nice to meet you, Sentebe.
Nice to meet
So
you.
we'll continue. Let's just continue. I want us to just build on that a bit. So what motivated you to contest for a direct seat? Clearly, this Nantebe thing was not going to work for you. But just tell us a bit more. Where is that motivation from?
When I was born, I was told by my father that by the time I was born, he wanted to have a boy. And my father is called Mbowa. And when they gave birth to me, he named me Nambowa. And all my sisters are called Mbowa, but for me, I'm called Nambowa. So from that day, I started telling myself that I can do whatever that it takes to show my dad that I'm also a boy, because he wanted to give birth to a boy. So when we were studying, I used to play football instead of netball. And I used to be a very good goalkeeper within those time. But now, when I went to the university, not even before the university, at the secondary level, I contested on a position of head prefect, not head girl or any other position, and I won. Then after, when I went to the university, I also contested with on a direct seat, because it was, and I was the chairperson of the Bagana and Koba Zambogo. So I was calling myself, I'm the Sentebe. When we were at the university, I remember when we were asked, what do we want to be in the future? Because I remember I did human resource management. And for me, I used to tell my lecturer that I want to be my own boss. All the students that I was with, they were telling us that I want to be a good principal human resource officer and what have you. For me, I told them that I want to be a boss. And I used to work for it. When I joined the field after the university, they called me to do a lot of work. So people were calling me, even my husband now. He called me for a certain job. He told me that, I want you to be our secretary at our company. I told them, no, for me, I want to do my own business, because I want to be a boss. So maybe that transpired me to go for a direct seat. And after, like in 2014, I saw people when they started campaigning process, and I was like, why don't I contest for this seat? By then there were 7 men on that position who had shown interest for contesting on the position of LC5, and I was like, yeah, I can start from here. So I was chased by everyone, even starting with my family members. Even my brothers, they could tell me that, how can a woman lead us? So my family is that staunch family, Muslim family that is in Butambala district. Wherever someone can have a consultation for a certain thing from Islam, he could go to the family members or sheikhs. That my brothers are sheikhs, but they came up. I tried to convince them, and at the end of it all, they became my campaigners. So they could go to the churches, the mosques, and convince people that, no, even if she's a woman, she can lead us. Uganda is not being led by Sharia. We are led by a constitution, so she can lead us in this process. So that thing motivated me to start mobilizing my team, start mobilizing the general public of Butambala and the youths. And at the end of it all, I became the LC5 chairperson. But before even I became the LC5, in 2016, when I contested with 7 men, I won, but I wasn't declared.
Wow.
Because some people were saying, how can we lead by a woman? Let us do whatever it takes to announce a man, and she do what she wants to do. So when they didn't declare me, I went to court. because the person that was declared with a difference of 164 votes in the whole district. So I went to court. And I tried to convince everyone that I'm the best candidate, I'm the only candidate they are having. The whole of that term, we spent the 5 years in court. Now, after that term, the person that I was competing with said that I will not compete again with this lady. She would disappoint you. She would
keep you in court. Wow.
So this person didn't come back, and I
Mm.
was like the incumbent. By the time we went to the 2021 general elections, I was like the incumbent, because all the candidates that came after were knowing that we are going to contest, but there is an iron lady within that position that we are going to compete with. So
Wow.
by this time in 2021, I won with a percentage of 70%. Yes.
Okay. So what I hear you say is it's been a journey.
Yes.
Right from childhood, right from, oh my goodness, it's a girl, it's not a boy, you know, up to here. There's been, you have no concept of how being a woman limits you. If you want something, you just go for it.
Yes.
And I think that's also part of what Honorable Jemima was telling us. Yeah. When you demystify men and see them as just human beings like you, they are not gods, they are not, you know, it sort of encourages you to run, you know, for these seats. So that's an inspiring story. Thank you. Honorable Jemima, I want to come to you.
Yeah.
Talk to me about public perceptions. How does the public view you as a woman who has decided to run for a direct seat? Yeah, and does that affect you in any way?
Yeah, Helen, contesting is just a sacrifice.
Right.
And when you get to that, you know you are sacrificing nearly everything of yours, but to get what you really want. The first thing is you first agree with yourself, your inner, that when you are in elections, what they say, what they do, how they do it, when they do it, it's because you are in elections. Like you go in Lufra, when they are slaughtering cows, you are likely to have blood stains on your what? On your bed. So there is a lot of sayings about you, what they also do to you, but you focus on positivity.
Yeah.
You leave the negatives to go their own way, as if you have not heard. On campaigns, they can even bomb, but you don't even listen.
Wow.
Are we together?
Yes.
You don't listen, you work hard. Thank God for these women organizations who trained us on campaign strategy. Sewigo is one of them. Forward is one of them. I don't still remember what this is. The Honorable Matembe was also leading, also was training us immediately as women leaders. Like these campaigns, then they would call us, those leaders who have passed through, and they would give us all those booklets, how to negotiate, how to campaign, how to convince, speech giving out, and you really convince these people. Among all these people, I'm standing with Jemima Tumishchebuhanda. I am the best. Wow. Again, you be transparent with your what? Your campaign people and your managers. You also tell the truth. Actually, when you tell the truth bails you out, and you are with the people. Another thing, madam, these days, it's all about financial resources. You mobilize, you solicit, you lobby, you even advocate with other people. For instance, now for us, we're in parties. You explain the party dynamics, why you are in parties, and how you are going to work out that party. For instance, I've been the chairperson Shema District, and I'm now, by God's grace, holding a flag for that. It was actually, I remember these people told me, the other time you passed, our eyes, one eye was closed. But this time, we are watching you. Then I said, the other time it was only one eye, which was closed. This time, there will be two eyes that will be closed. I'm glad people of Shema, Banang, I clap for you. Thank you. Because, you know, there are people in Shema who think they are the only people who have to give you a ticket to get the what? That seat of chairperson.
Wow.
Now, another thing. Why do you, even, by the way, even the rope that ties a woman is a woman herself.
Right.
To get these women together has been also a journey. You see, to make them appreciate their own lady. To make them appreciate that, yes, this can be done. So that is also something I tackled about.
Wow.
Who is Gemma? Very, very kind. You call, you start knowing what does the electorate want. Wow. Now, if you know what they want, then you do it. Are we together? Yes. You cannot solve a problem unless you know what caused the problem. So we know what caused the women to fear the direct seats. We know how to tackle it. Are we together? And that's what I was telling you the other time, say, where did you go? Come up again. If you need our input, we also put in the input and we give capacity to these ladies. They even don't need money. They only need the capacity to stand by themselves, to get that inner feeling of saying, yes, I'm glad in Shema. Even we have got a C3 chairperson who is a lady. We have got 2 directors, councillors who are ladies. So we are building up. Okay. We are building up and we are all happy.
Wow. If you have just joined us, welcome to this conversation that's part of the Forward at 30 series. And today we are having what is actually a very inspiring conversation on women who are breaking barriers. Our hosts on the show are women running for direct seats. If you know anything about the elections in this country, it takes grit, it takes wit, it takes finances, it takes belief in yourself. And we've also just learned it takes women behind you, women to believe in you, for you to run for direct seats.
And another thing, Helen, really, which has helped us, these women who have been in these positions, have they done what it takes that was expected by the people they are leading? So we became a very good example. Right. Has he done? What has she done? Has he let us down? Has she really done as expected? Right. So we are so happy. Thank you, Amuri. Even the other ladies are really doing very well, and we are happy. We are. The other time it used to be only Honorable Kaskia. Now we are 4. We are 7. Next, we shall be even more. The others are municipality and what? We really need a district.
Wow.
Yes.
So we've also seen it takes accountability. Are you doing what they sent you to do for women, for people to trust you with direct seats?
Expectations.
Yeah. So hopefully you're enjoying this conversation. We started off with just introductions. We've understood some motivations for contesting for a direct seat. For Rashida, that was just knowing me, if I want to do something, I'll do it, whether it's for boys. She just had no concept of gender, literally speaking. And I think for me, that's very powerful. And then we've also heard from Honorable Jemima, who's shared a number of things. And for me, what I'm taking is the importance of being your own advocate, believing in yourself.
Yes. Commitment.
The commitment.
Yes.
We've also learned contesting takes sacrifice. You know, it takes a lot of sacrifice. So if you're wondering, if you thought it's just money, you thought wrong. There's sacrifices involved, and we're going to continue with that. I want to continue with a thread. You mentioned something about how training, all these books that these women's organizations, whether it's Forward, Say We Go, The Winning Campaign, I think that was the title of the manual, the Winning Campaign.
The Winning Campaign.
Right? And we now know training is one way it's a strategy to equip women, to win. And I think in your stories or in your case, it's just that confidence that comes from knowing the what and the how.
Yes.
You know, what are the other strategies you think, in your experience?
Actually, the strategy, another strategy I think is we women who have already made it, if we can go back and mentor other ladies.
Right.
For instance, me, I have really done, I think if like Honorable More of Rwampara is listening, I took her through all that manual. Even some men who are my friends, I take them through that manual. All my counselors, I take them through that manual. How do you lobby? The speech, how do you come up with the public speech? Are we together? How do you do the finance mobilization and campaign strategies? All of it. Are we together? So we who are already trained, we are trained also to train others.
Yeah.
We who are already encouraged, we are to encourage others, because information not shared is a dead information.
Right.
Actually, mark that.
Right.
So when you are training us, give us that wound so that we share what we have. We share the knowledge that we have. I have always been telling ladies, you have been here as a counselor twice. Next time you come as a direct counselor, so the other counselor also gets another room, because we are few women who are in these positions. Wow. Now, when you remain in one position stagnant for 5 decades, then that means no woman will ever grow up. So you have now the capacity of taking head on with direct direct seat.
Wow.
If we are ready to be very serious, our councils would be full of what? Women. Of women.
Right.
Meaning what? If a woman says, I want to be a speaker, he would straight away take the speakership. If he's a deputy, he takes the speakership of a deputy speaker. Chairpersons of sectoral committees, all are women. Meaning what? The decision making would be taken on by women, because women cares more to the community than men.
All right.
Yes.
Very good. So thank you so much. We've just had Honorable sharing with us a bit more on strategies to encourage more women to get into direct seats.
Yes.
You know, when you exit a seat, there's so many powerful things you've said. Information not shared is dead.
Is dead.
You know, and part of equipping women is also empowering them to equip other women, because we rise by standing on the shoulders of giants. So if for you somebody supported you, support others as well. When we come back, we will just finish this conversation on strategies. And Rashida, I want you to tell us how best you think political parties We've talked about what women's organizations can do, what women themselves can do, but now we'll just start with what can parties do to encourage more women to run for direct seats when we come back. Thank you for joining us. We're now going to take a break, and we'll see you when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
For 30 years, Forum for Women in Democracy has been at the forefront of championing women's leadership in Uganda. We have strengthened the capacities of over 30,000 women leaders to navigate the political landscape and elevate the impact of their leadership. Now, we are excited to bring you a groundbreaking initiative, the Leadership Digital Resource Hub, an innovative platform designed to empower women candidates. Are you a woman aspiring for political leadership? Or do you know someone who is? The Leadership Digital Hub is for you. Inside the Leadership Hub, you will find practical guides on Uganda's electoral process, eligibility criteria for different positions women can contest for, nomination procedures and timelines, frequently asked questions on leadership development and campaign management. And that's not all. The Leadership Hub is your one-stop center, providing a variety of e-resources that you can access and download. Explore resources on overcoming challenges faced by women in politics, building a winning campaign, creating a campaign manifesto, balancing family responsibilities and politics, and so much more. Go to the Forward website and visit the Leadership Digital Hub today. Share the link with a sister, a colleague, or a friend. Together, let us build a society where every woman has the knowledge, support, and access to opportunities to lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this, I'm going to call it inspiring conversation, because the way I started, how I was feeling, and how I feel now, having listened to your stories, is nothing less than inspiring. Today we're having a conversation with women who have decided to run for direct seats. Honorable Jemima and Honorable Rashida have just been sharing with us their experience. Why are they running for direct seats? What are some of the challenges in running for direct seats? How have they dealt with public perception? And what's clear so far is, for me at least, the decision to run, the decision to be a woman who's breaking barriers, who's taking on direct seats, comes from an internal drive. It comes from internal confidence about who you are, first of all, as a woman. Honorable Buhanda has said something so powerful. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that what a man can do, you can do. That they are human just like you. There are also stories of just upbringing for many of the women out there, like we've had today. It was just about being born in a family where, your parents said, oh goodness, I was hoping for boys. And, navigating that, what does that mean? So there are many, many, many things. We've also learned that women who run for direct seats don't just happen. There have been investments in developing their capacities through training, through mentorship. And now we are going to pick up on how political parties also can encourage women to run for direct seats. So welcome back. This podcast is proudly sponsored by the Forum for Women in Democracy as part of the Forward at 30 celebrations. Over to you, Rashida. What do you think political parties can do to encourage more women to run for direct seats, both in your experience, in your party, but also generally speaking, from what you've seen? Yeah.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like us to look at the requirements for someone to contest. So political parties, as you've had trainings from Forward and other organizations, women organizations that could encourage us to compete for direct seats and trainers, we need to look at what are the basic requirements that are needed for someone to contest. So, for the case of political parties, of course, they need to organize trainings. As we've heard from different women organizations and other organizations, we need to look at the trainings that these people go through. How can you train women, most especially women only, so that they can be much more vigilant, they can look at their positions and feel they can compete with other men. So political parties have to organize trainings for women. That is one. Two, they have to look at their constituencies. In most cases, districts and other constituencies are more, sometimes are smaller than the
district.
Sorry, the district. So women who are competing on affirmative action seats, like the woman member of parliament, the woman councillor, they always cover 2 sub-counties when a man is covering 1. So you can look at the size of the constituency and you can judge what can you take. So the political parties need to look at all that and look at the support that we always get. Last time when we are filing up forms of expression of interest forms, I looked at the number of women who had applied for those direct seats, and there were very few. So the political parties need to come up and train and see how they can support these women spiritually and not even financially. In my party, when you want to contest, when you want to contest, you just go and pick up the forms. But in other parties, they charge a lot of money. And after charging that money, sometimes they give you back after winning the primaries. Others, they don't give back. So in a position where Electoral Commission is charging 200,000 for one to contest on a direct seat, maybe let's say for a position of a district chairperson,
it's 1 million.
For the party, they charge 1 million. You can look at that difference in terms of money, and you can see that these people don't want women to compete for sure. And in return, I don't know how much they are giving them for campaigns, but you can find it out that these people are not even there. They are not giving them anything. So after that, you can look at their participation in the campaign process. These people the political parties need to be on ground to support these women from the grassroots. Remember, we have women who are competing for the first time.
Right.
So you need to support them, to show them what they can do, what strategies they can take, how they can budget for their campaign. So you can look at the things that are required within the campaign. You can look at the budget that you are required to fulfill to complete the whole process of campaigning. You can look at the posters, the team that you may need to support
facilitate
you, the campaign team that may need to facilitate you. You look at everything that may be needed for you to compete. So the political parties need to be part of this training, part of this campaign, so that they can help women to come up on direct seats. Two, even encouraging women on how easy it is to compete with men. Because when I was competing in 2016, I found it out that it is always very easy to compete with men other than competing with women, because you get a sympathy vote from the voters.
So you should leverage it.
Yes, and
interesting.
Yes,
interesting.
And whenever a woman is talking to voters, can realize that this person is telling us the truth. Other than men, they already think that men are liars. They are big spenders and the likes. So they want to trust women other than men.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah, actually maybe
things.
I just add on.
Right, please do.
I belong to NRM party, as you can see me. What pains us is we go in primaries. After primaries, someone, especially you were contesting with, come back again as independent. That pulls us down so much. So the party really should come up and support us wholeheartedly as ladies, because we have really veiled, we have sacrificed our whole of us as ladies to come as direct seat. We have passed on with a flag. Now, if they don't and we lose as a party, it means someone else who would be encouraged to come will just have a problem of saying Gemma won, but the flag was taken away because she was a woman. She won't say it was because she lost, but it would be because she was a what? A woman. So I am calling upon our parties. If really a lady comes out and wins election over primaries, the party should come up wholesale, genuinely, and support that lady to go on
as
and
a
win.
viable candidate
3,
in her own right.
Now, when we are in offices, what privileges do we really get as women in what? In offices? Are we together? You find I cannot go on fighting with the agriculture officer to get a car.
Right.
We don't have vehicles. We found our vehicles were already old. Now, for us, we are able. We go in our own coffers and buy our own cars. I bought my own car to take me throughout this. But even then, the party or the government is not seeing it. Madam, they always give these people who fought medals and what. Now, suppose we are to be given vehicles. Why can't they also be particular to the districts that are led by women so that they give them vehicles which are automatic instead of what? Manual. Instead of manual. Why? Because there is a time when you are a chairperson, you are called maybe at night and what? You don't have a driver around. You also drive. You know,
right?
Because we have got those double cabins of our own, which we really do what? We also enjoy like men do. Another thing, if they are allocating resources to the districts, let them be cautious of women districts, women-led what? Districts, so that we don't get embarrassment. If you start, for instance, like me, I have got an administration block which I am building, but you go and kneel for that money from the ministry. They are not caring about you. They are only caring about those districts that have got ministers and whatnot. Then please, the vice president, the prime minister, all these MPs, I mean, the mama, I am actually appealing to you to look into that venture so that at least our districts boom up, so that anyone says yes. Right. When they gave a woman a vote to lead, he had to go and lobby and he got the funds and everything at the district is being done.
To support
projects,
right?
If all those projects in the ministries in Uganda come, let them first also, as they used to consider Karamoja, let them also consider the districts led by women. So that everyone is inspired. Even the men who gave me the votes are inspired. Even the youth, you know, those are our darlings. the youth, they also
to be
say, yes,
inspired.
now next time I go up, I will also do what? Be the chairman.
Okay. I think for me, wow, this is really inspiring. So
Madam Helen,
political parties,
I wanted
yes,
to
please.
add something very small to what she has said. Political parties need to think to look at this matter, that as we are adding a plus, or we are yearning for victory of a certain district for men, it will be a plus for this district, for us, for as a party, once we get it for women, as being led by a woman.
Yeah.
So getting at that plus, it's another credit for the party on how they are considering women to participate in politics and from different districts. Like in my political party, I'm the only female district chairperson within the whole
The political party.
within that political party. So the
Oh,
NUP
you're
party,
the only
female LC5 chairperson within
in
NUP.
NUP.
Yes.
Wow.
Others are NRM.
Other the
Wow.
NRM.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this
We
is
are
a
a strong
plus.
party.
Absolutely.
She knows. She's aware.
Yeah.
So as we are considering other factors constant, political parties need to look at the plus that we are getting from these women. They have contributed. She talked about the role that they have played within the districts. Let me tell you, when we are gauging or looking at the average score of each district per districts that are led by women are much more
organized.
They are performing very good, and when they are ranking them, they are at the top of the what of other districts. So you need to look at all those things when you are supporting other people. You need to support women to participate in also.
Okay.
Especially that one of the medal, that one of the medal.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely. I think so. For me, it's very interesting, and I think it's important to also let the public know that there's
and actually, Madam Speaker would be in position to organize us.
Right.
Yeah.
So we need to support women financially. It's important for political parties to make a very firm and clear stand on where, they stand in as far as, supporting women who run. I also like how, how you've spoken about being the only chairperson amongst so many, to see that as a plus. I did not know that.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very glad to learn that. And that must also come with its unique experience. I think honoring women who are out there, whether that's through medals, whether that's celebrate, because it takes a lot, it takes a lot.
Especially chairperson, a whole district.
Right, and in spite of those barriers, excelling, doing well, I think for me that's important. It's important to put that out there. We're coming to the last part of our conversation, and I would like you to speak from the heart. We have spoken as politicians, we've shared very inspiring stories, but listening to us out there is a young woman, or maybe just a woman who is wondering, she's second guessing herself. She would like to run for a direct seat, but she's not sure. If that woman was with us right now, what would you say to her?
What I would even tell her right away is, you cannot fail before you even try. You see, people fail before they even try. What you do, be confident. Believe in yourself and love the thing you are going to do. The rest will take care of themselves.
Right.
The first thing that is very difficult on a task is to start. So you should not even just say, no way, this one I cannot make it, this one I cannot. And that is a real syndrome that is eating most of the what? Of the women. Me, I want. It's only Jemima who can maybe do that. No. Jemima was not created in 2 days. It was just 1 day. You also try. Had I also failed, I wouldn't be where I am. So you young ladies, you middle-aged ladies, you old ladies, try your luck and you see wonders come out. What they only need to do is to work hard. If you are saying, I am going to contest, work hard for the campaigns. Be committed. You know, there are people who even go on campaign and say, I had someone, he would not even take supporters. He knows he's already what? He's already done. He's already finished. No, you just contest knowing you are committed to win. Then pray. Right. Because all these things, it's by God's what? Grace. By God's grace. If you do those things successfully, the seat is yours. Right. Whether you are young, whether you are middle, whether you are old like myself.
Wow. And also just something I learned that you went back to school later in life. So I think for me also preparation.
Preparation is a key. Because you cannot do these things when you are not prepared.
Right.
When you go there, when you are not prepared, you just fail. Another thing, these things of pushing you. So you come and take on this one. It should be from you, the inner. Actually, it is the inner start. When you started, even when you were at school, would you also take on tasks of men? When you were at home, would you do what even your brothers are doing? When you are even a lady, do you have to wait for a man to bring the food, the kameza, or he finds you have already organized yourself ABCD? If we had to go in just a life experience, one would even tell you, me, I have ever been a porter. Do you know what porter means?
Wow.
Porter. Yes. Because it was during war, this war, my husband was locked up in Kampala. I was in what? I was in the village. And we had started construction. There was no money because the money would come from there. I was also working, but there was this break of Katonga and what not. I went and started becoming a porter of a builder. Someone is building, don't have money to give to a porter. I took over the portership and the house got finished.
Wow.
Yes.
So the desire to get things done, to lead, comes irrespective of your gender. Yeah, and that's what you need.
Yes.
Powerful, very, very powerful, Honorable.
And it should be in you.
Right.
Yeah.
Finally, yes, Honorable Rashida, somebody's watching, looking at you, saying, also, I want to become Sentebe.
Yes.
What would you tell that person?
There is a culture that I'm seeing in younger women
who
are out there. They always call them slayers. So for them, they want simple things. They want to be fed up. They want to be, I don't know, but they want to everything to be done for them. Now, when you look at politics, you need to do it yourself.
Yeah.
You need to work hard and do it yourself, not even thinking about someone to help you. Because if you fail maybe to speak to the public, how will you convince the public to give you votes? So politics need you yourself. We are remaining with about 4-5 months to the general elections. And you can see this period. If someone is serious and wants to contest on a certain seat, or be it a direct seat or affirmative action, you need to wake up. You need to work hard. Yeah. There is no time for sleeping. For me, these days I sleep at midnight, and I wake up at around 5. So you see that hard work. I have a young baby
That
I'm
commitment.
feeding. But you need to be committed that I have to
You have
look-
to get your hands into the
Yes.
mud.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is always very hard to balance work and family when you are in politics. But you need to do all that.
That's
that
why it is
takes.
a sacrifice, actually.
Right.
But this act of saying that after all I'm a woman, they will judge me as a woman. No one will look at me and say that she has done it. Maybe she's a woman. Let's leave that and work and do the things that maybe someone may not expect you to do. So we need to work hard.
Right.
Let them come up. We shall help them. We shall give them the strategies and skills on how they can do it. And inshallah, they can do it and go through.
All right. And I think it's true. Everybody is also doing the best with what they have. So you also come, fall in, and then, you have to get your hands in. For me, that's the biggest thing you've said. It will not come to you by just sitting and wishing.
No.
If you want something done, go and become a potter. If you want a house built, go and lay the bricks. If you want to
An
run for the
opportunity
seat,
will not find you in your bed.
No.
yes, you have to
Actually,
go out there.
an opportunity should find you prepared.
Yes,
Yeah.
the power of preparation. This has been an amazing conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to wrap this up. If you have listened to this, I am sure you are feeling elated, inspired, encouraged. At least I am. I would like to thank my wonderful guests for this conversation, Honorable Rashida and Honorable Jemima Rubanda.
No. Buhanda.
Buhanda. Yes.
Ekuo.
Yes. Honorable Jemima Buhanda. That name, I will not forget that name. I will not forget Saint Tebe. Yeah. I would really like to thank you for sharing with us, for sharing openly. We know it's campaigns. It's a very busy period, but you spoke about giving back, and what better way to give back than making time to come and share your story with us. I'm sure everybody listening, myself, the team at Forward, wish you nothing but shining success. May God go with you always. And I know your leadership story has just begun, believe it or not.
Definitely.
There are still rivers to cross, there are mountains to conquer, and you are the women.
We are the
for it.
winners.
You're
Winners
the women
don't
for
lose.
it. Yeah. So continue with what you're doing. May campaigns go well. And once again, thank you so much for being part of this conversation. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with us till the end. This is the first of many conversations, so be sure to tune in for the next conversation that will be happening. I have been your host, Helena Okecho, and I look forward to seeing you again next time on the set. For now,